This here is a Romanian deadlift with dumbbells. Ideally, you want to use a barbell, but since I don't have one of those at home, this is another option. You just have to be careful to keep the dumbbells very straight. So I'm showing you from the back so you can see how I squeeze my glutes on the way up. This is key to this movement. You want nice straight legs, but make sure that your knees are not locked. The dumbbells are going to stay close to your legs. You're only going to go as far as you can without compromising your form, and then you squeeze your glutes on the way up. Here is how it looks from the side. So you can see I'm keeping my back nice and flat, sitting it way back, and squeeze the glutes all the way up. Here's another option using one dumbbell. It gives you a little bit more control over the dumbbell, but the same general movement. You want to make sure to sit way back, squeeze your glutes on the way up, and hold that dumbbell right in front of your legs, sliding it down, almost so it's touching your legs. It's really good to practice both of these movements in front of the mirror. They're not difficult movements, but they are easy to mess up if you don't know what you're doing. So practice in front of a mirror so you can see what your form looks like. And if you don't have a mirror, you can also videotape it on your phone and rewatch it and see how your form looks. Now we're moving into a weighted squat. So you're going to take your dumbbell and put it across your chest, nice and tight. And then as you squat back, I want you to really focus on being able to wiggle your toes, so you're really shifting the weight back towards into your glutes. And your knees should be directly over your toes, so they shouldn't be caving in or going out to the sides. Slow and controlled, and just like on those deadlifts, we're going to squeeze our glutes on the way up. I like to call this exercise the compound glute press up. Compound because we're adding in a bicep curl. The dumbbell also acts as a weight on that leg to add more resistance. So because the dumbbell is not on the other side of our body, we're not counterbalanced. So this is going to add an additional balance challenge. Take your time with this exercise, really driving the force through your leg, squeezing your glute on the way up. Switch sides. I didn't get the other side recorded here, but that's okay. You go ahead and switch sides and repeat the exercise for 10 reps. Moving into a step up. Using a step allows you to increase your range of motion and really emphasize the glute on the movements. So as you're lifting up, make sure you're pressing through the leg that is on the step and really squeezing the glute. Use your core to lift your knee up. Repeat the exercise on the opposite leg. Now we're going to add a little bit of plyometrics. I love adding plyometrics into my weight training just to keep the heart rate up and the muscles warm. So this is just a basic jump onto the step and then a little mini squat as you come to the floor. Now we move to the floor. So every glute day, I like to finish out with floor finishers. So each of these exercises, you're going to do until you can't do any more. So it's going to finish the exercise and really make sure you get that burnout. Moving to the next. First, my foot is on the floor. You can also use a slider if you want, or if you're on a wood floor, you can use a towel under your foot. A little bit more advanced is to actually lift that foot up off the ground and float it. You can choose your level or you can do both. We're going to do one whole side before we move on to the next side, so you really burn it out.